There's been quite a lot of negative publicity around electric car sales in Germany this year, and it doesn't make sense because it's come mostly from Tesla sales going down. Tesla sales are down 50% in Germany this year, and it's been bad for Tesla, but it hasn't been bad for EV sales. If you actually have a look at what's happening in Germany, EV sales they've grown significantly. In fact, electric car sales are up around 30% this year, and they're up 32% in the month of September. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. YouTube's new algorithm means that you're often not getting all of our videos in your feed. There's 7,500. I'm pretty sure you're probably not seeing a lot of them. In the description, there is a link to our newsletter. Click on that and you can get an update every day of all the latest news in the electric car industry. Tesla's registrations in Germany fell 9.4% to 3,404 in September. But overall sales of EVs actually rose by 32% to 45,500. Registrations of all powertrains rose 13%. So the car sales market went up in September by 13%, but EV sales were up by 32%. And the market leader Volkswagen, their brands were up by 16%. So other brands, particularly Chinese car brands, are the ones really growing the market in Germany. Chinese brands made inroads into the German market. BYD was the top selling Chinese brand. It didn't used to be the case. It used to be MG basically every month. And BYD have just changed that. BYD sold 3,255 cars. And it's probably not that far off taking over Tesla's position in Germany, which is crazy. That's a rise of more than 20-fold, more than 20 times compared with the same month last year. MG, the number 2 Chinese brand by volume, saw its sales rise 270% to 2,615. And that's in spite of tariffs that are nearly 50% on MG's vehicle sales in Germany and in Europe. BYD said it achieved a share of 3% of Germany's battery electric vehicle market and reached number 6 in the plug-in hybrid vehicle ranking. It ranked 6th among all manufacturers. So yeah, massive increase in BYD sales, in spite of the fact that BYD is currently paying a 28% tariff on its plug-in hybrids and a 10% tariff on its EVs. Those tariffs, though, BYD have found a solution to not have to pay them, or at least to only pay a 10% tariff, not a 28% tariff. So what they're doing is they're now shipping, and this has already happened, shipping cars that they assemble in Thailand. They don't make them in Thailand, they assemble them there. They ship them from Thailand directly to Germany and to Europe, and then they only pay a 10% tariff instead of a 28% tariff. It's a very smart move. Tesla's registrations in Germany fell 50% to 14,845 from January to September. So, I mean, it's not just Tesla sales falling, other brands have as well, but yeah, Tesla numbers are notably fewer. Sales of new Tesla cars rose in parts of Europe, though, in September, driven by the updated Model Y. So, I mean, obviously Tesla sales weren't all bad in Europe because otherwise they couldn't have sold nearly 500,000 cars worldwide. So yeah, quite a few markets where Tesla vehicles are leading. Of course, Norway is one example. That's what's happening right now with EV sales in Germany. It's very interesting. Chinese car brands disrupting the market, even disrupting Tesla. And EV sales up by 32%. Thanks for watching. The Sydney EV International Motor Show. If you want to get a 50% discount on your tickets, all you got to do, click the link in the description and use the promotion code that's in the description. Just copy and paste that. Now, I should mention there's only 200 tickets available per day. So if you go to use the promo code and you can't get a ticket, wait till the next day. Don't wait until the day before the show to get your tickets, because otherwise you'll probably miss out on getting the 50% discount. Tesla Model Y sales increased by 168% here in Australia in September. Amazing result. That means that it was the 3rd best-selling car in the country. BYD sales increased by 178% in Australia. And EV sales in Australia broke new records by a significant margin. The numbers do not reflect the true story though. The true story is interesting because it's actually better for electric cars than what it would appear. I'm going to point out why that is. But anyway, let's have a look at EV sales here in Australia. What is going on? Toyota said this wouldn't happen. Toyota said that no, EV sales would never become mainstream in Australia. They said that about 10 days ago. They might start to realize very soon that that is unlikely to play out the way they want it to. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. Otherwise, you're not going to see our videos in your feed. YouTube's been blocking them, which just kind of sucks. But anyway, I'll put a link in the description to our newsletter. All it does is update you on our videos daily. YouTube's new algorithm means that you're often not getting all of our videos in your feed. There's 7,500. I'm pretty sure you're probably not seeing a lot of them. In the description, there is a link to our newsletter. Click on that and you can get an update every day of all the latest news in the electric car industry. Tesla Model Y sales boomed in September, and so did BYD sales. Compared to the same month last year, Tesla is killing it. Well, as of the last month, Tesla's killing it. And because of that, Tesla had the third best-selling car here in Australia with nearly 4,000 deliveries. In total, year to date, Tesla has sold 17,240 Model Ys, and that's an increase of 3.2% on the same period last year. A lot of doom and gloom from the Australian media saying Tesla's sales are collapsing in Australia. Yeah, it wasn't true. It was actually just made up to get you to click. The Model 3 sales, though, not so much, but for good reason. The new Model 3 was announced today. I think a lot of people probably knew that was happening. Our Model 3 sales 736, down 36%. But as I said, new Model 3, longest range Tesla in history, revealed for sale here in Australia for a very, very affordable price. It's about just under $40,000 US dollars or $61,900 for 750 kilometers of range. In fact, the Model 3 Performance has also been upgraded as of today, and so has the Model 3 all-wheel drive, which is no longer for sale in Australia, but it is in other markets. But here's the even better news than just Tesla sales, right? 11.3% of all cars sold in Australia were electric. And in fact, that number's a little bit higher because Xpeng is not in that figure. To give you guys some context here, you probably think, oh, who cares? I mean, Xpeng numbers mustn't be that big. Well, actually, I think Xpeng have sold nearly 1,500 cars in Australia. I think they should report them because that's a good number. So anyway, a total of 12,076 EVs were sold, with Tesla and BYD accounting for a huge percentage of those, 7,800, nearly about 65%.